sports leagues in college around the country, like the Big Ten, have canceled fall sports, while at the same time, high schools and other college leagues are fighting to give their athletes an opportunity to play during this time of COVID-19. Today, I'm joined by Athletic Director of Bishop McLaughlin Catholic High School, Rex Desvaristes, to talk about the process of safely allowing kids to play sports. Rex, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, under your leadership, Bishop McLaughlin Athletics has really thrived academically. All right, and the school ranks #1 in Pasco schools with an overall graduation rate of 100% of all sports. I say that again, 100% graduation rate of all sports. Kind of tell me how that process has been, and why are you guys so high on academics?
Yeah, first of all, Michael, thank you so much for inviting us out here. It's a great set. Your set is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again. But it starts with our principal. You know, we have a great administration team there. They've put in a lot of work, dedication to build a solid academic program. And I've been fortunate to be in a great place like Bishop McLaughlin, and now we're excelling. So it starts with our administration.
Talk a little bit about COVID-19. It has impacted the country. How has it impacted sports at Bishop McLaughlin?
It's impacted us a lot. You know, the biggest thing for me, we didn't know what to expect. The sports in 2019, we really took a hit. I remember when baseball was going on and got a phone call from the administration, and they told me, hey, the next day, all sports is not going to happen, right? And it's a big hit for us. But overall, I've taken it as an opportunity to build our programs and grow our programs. But for the kids, it's been a big hit. I know a lot of them, especially some of our student athletes, they want to play. They want to get out there. And for us, it's really putting the systems in place, like, making sure we're following the CDC guidelines, making sure we're following the state guidelines, and following what the St. Pete Diocese wants us to do.
How, in that note, how do you think that COVID-19 will affect the future of sports?
Well, I think the biggest thing is fan experience, right? I know you play professionally, and for us, it's about the fans. And for me, it's about the fan experience and the parents coming to watch the game. I think that's going to take away a little bit of the experience in the future of sports because of, our student athletes. They thrive off that. As a director of athletics at a high school level, I thrive off, the fan experience. So not having that, I think in the future is going to be tough.
We talk about the academics and sports collectively, but what makes the sports programs so special at Bishop?
It's like I said, the academics, like you mentioned earlier, and the student athlete experience for us. For me, it's about the students and the student athlete experience, getting our athletes out there, giving them the exposure that they need, also giving them, that value that they wouldn't get at a normal public school, and that's what our private school offers. We offer that family-like atmosphere, and that's what we have to offer.
So when people hear about having 100% graduation rates for all of your sports, that raises the antennas for all parents. And I want to make sure parents have the information about your school and your athletic program in case they're interested in sending their kids to come get your type of leadership. So
they could follow our social media sites, Bishop McLaughlin Athletics, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And they also can access our website if they're interested in coming to Bishop McLaughlin, bishopmclaughlin.com. And if they're interested in just looking at the vision of the athletic program, they can go to www.bishopmclaughlinaathletics.com.
We talk about how COVID-19 has impacted the country and sports programs across our country, but you guys are trying to put together safely what the NBA has done, created a bubble so that they can safely play. And you have a basketball tournament coming up in October. Tell us a little bit about that.
Correct. So it's exciting times, being a director of athletics and also venturing off and open up new opportunities. So we started the Sunshine State bubble. It's going to give the student athletes in the high school level and an opportunity to play in good territories following those CDC guidelines. So they would quarantine like they do in the NBA, and then they would have their games from Tuesday to Friday. So the event is October 10th through the 16th, and it's going to be at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland. So we're excited about that. We're working on a few the partnerships that we have with Gatorade and the different partnerships we have with those organizations. So we're excited about that big event.
Well, most importantly, I think that the seniors are really excited about having an opportunity to play because worldwide seniors are being highly impacted on what schools they can go to. So, Rex, thank you for your efforts in allowing our kids an opportunity to shine in this pandemic, and thank you for your service and what you do for our young people.
No worries, Michael. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you and appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you so much.
Don't go anywhere, because after the break, we're joined by head basketball coach Derrick Sharp and two of the top players in the country to see exactly how they're navigating these waters through COVID and talk a little bit about their futures playing the sport of basketball. Stay tuned.
This year, the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is everywhere. On every sidewalk, track, and trail across this country. All of us are raising funds for one goal: a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. Because this disease isn't waiting, neither are you. Take the first step on your walk right now. Go to alz.org/walk.
I'm now joined by Assistant Athletic Director and basketball head coach Derrick Sharp and two of the top players in the country, Emmanuel Sharp and Dylan Mitchell. Thank you guys for joining us today. Now, Coach, you're nearing your first year at Bishop, and it's been trying times. But how has this experience been like for you?
Like you said, trying times. I mean, that's a good way to describe it. But it's just a chance for us to kind of dig deeper into the academic side of things and getting these guys focused in the classroom until, we're able to really focus on athletics and playing games and whatnot. But, get our base right, figure out what these guys are going to do in college and start thinking ahead.
Talk a little bit about your basketball career and why that led you to kind of being the guy at Bishop to coach these young men.
Well, I think kind of like Rex, just my vision and what I see. I'm always in search of something better or a better opportunity for me, for him. And I think going to Bishop, that gives us a chance to kind of up our game, play against better competition, have better teachers, have a better education. So just an upgrade for us on all levels in that aspect.
Emmanuel, how has it been, your experience playing under your coach and actually going to Bishop? How's that experience been for you so far?
Well, it's great. He plays to my strengths. I mean, he knows what I can do. He's always hard on me, but I always know it's because he loves me. Going to Bishop and playing under him, continuing to play under him, it's great for me, and it's gonna bring me to the next level.
All right, and Dylan, I have to first apologize because these seats were made for a 6'4" guy, not a 6'9" guy. So I apologize about that. But how's this experience been like for you playing for Bishop and for Coach Sharp?
It's been good. During Corona, we haven't been able to start, practicing and stuff. But I've been getting a lot of workouts in, conditioning in. I've known both of these dudes, since I was little, back in 6th grade and stuff. So it's been good. We've been getting a lot of workouts in. I'm just ready to start.
I'm interested in, the world is impacted by COVID. What are some of the things that you're learning now that it's not all focused on sports? You got to know something else now. What are some of the things that students are going through from your perspective?
I would say, me, a lot, now that sports isn't really there right now, I've been bored at home a lot. So I know, getting into other things, finding other hobbies instead of sports is definitely a big thing right now.
And Emmanuel, how about for you?
The same. I would say the same. Doing stuff at my house that I wouldn't usually do, during the day, because I would have other things to do, like playing sports. But just sitting at home, playing with my siblings, my brothers, and interacting with my family more than I would usually do during the year.
When times like this hit, Coach, teachers and coaches, we have to continue. What has COVID taught you or given you in a positive light where you're able to educate these kids on how to be better and things to think about? What has it led for you to educate your kids?
Well, usually, since the COVID hit, usually in the summertime, it's a lot of time for the guys to go play AAU, and, they're just playing a lot. And, with COVID, it gives us a chance to kind of sit back, try to focus and train on specific things that you might be weaker at, and gives you more time to actually work on yourself overall, not just basketball-wise or whatever your sport is, but working on your entire self, spiritually, physically, all levels.
That is very important. And thank you guys. You got a great coach listen to your father. All of those great examples. This is a tough time for the whole wide world. And I just appreciate you, Coach, for the work and the service that you do at Bishop. Thank you guys